This is the story of a city built on fire and ash. In the 1950s, this was the biggest city in the world. It was home to over 5 million people. But then one day a giant fire broke out. The whole city burned to the ground, and the people who survived the fire had to live among the ashes. They started to rebuild their city. But before they could, something even more terrible happened. A giant earthquake shook the city, killing thousands and making over 500,000 people homeless. But still, they rebuilt. They rebuilt their homes, their shops, their schools, and their offices. And slowly, very slowly, the city started to look like a city again. Meanwhile, a few miles away, an American general looked at the city and thought to himself, I wonder if we can turn this disaster into a real estate opportunity. So he did what any normal real estate broker would do. He took out full-page ads in major newspapers across America, inviting people to come and buy cheap land in the city. Thousands of people responded, but they weren't the type of people who were looking to make a real estate investment. They were poor people who had lost everything in the earthquake. They came to the city, set up tents, and started to rebuild their lives. The real estate broker saw that this wasn't going to work. People weren't buying land, so he started selling houses instead. But the houses weren't built yet. He was selling the idea of a house. People bought the idea, and soon construction workers were scrambling to build as many houses as possible. But even that wasn't enough. So the real estate broker started selling apartments instead. This time he threw in free air conditioning with every apartment. And that's how the city got its first skyscraper. Over the years, the city grew and grew until it became the second biggest city in the world. But there was a problem. All the important jobs were being done by foreigners. The local people weren't getting those jobs, so they started to protest. They marched on the Capitol and demanded that the government give them jobs. The government agreed, and soon the locals were working in the city for the first time. But there was another problem. The city had become too crowded. There were too many people living in the city, so some of the people left. They moved to the countryside and started farms. And that's how the country got its first farmers. And that, my friends, is the story of a city built on fire and ash. If you like this story, please subscribe for more. Thank you.